Hey, what's up out there in internet land? It's your girl Jackie Black, aka JB the Coach. I'm here today with a real serious talk, right? I have to address this. It's something that's been on my mind and my heart, and I know I gotta get it out there, right? So the name of this talk today is gonna be The Chains You Can't See, Breaking Free in 2025. All right, so and if you're watching this, because I hope that these videos will last for years and years. So if you're watching this and it's past 2025, I hope that a lot of this message is still not relevant. But if it is, I need you to take heed, all right? Guys, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything tonight, okay? I'm just not going to sugarcoat anything. If I step on a couple of toes, just know I mean to do so. Because sometimes in order for us to wake up, we have to get uncomfortable, right? Remember, used to be get out of line and grandma used to pinch you. Yeah, I'm here to pinch you because it's time to break free of those chains that you can't see. All right, so let me get into it, all right? Guys, let me just say this. The chains that I'm talking about that you can't see, those are the ones that are now wrapped around your mind, your time, and your wallet. Yep. So, my hero, Harriet Tubman, she said it best. She said, I could have freed many more people if they had only known that they were slaves. All right, so we're going to start there, right? The truth echoes louder today than it even did back then because a lot of us don't know it or we don't realize it, but a lot of us are still living as slaves in a system that's designed to keep you feeling just comfortable enough not to question it. So I need you guys to think about it, right? They took the chains off and they handed us a paycheck. Stay with me now. But did they really set you free? You work 40 hours a week, maybe make about $15 or $20 an hour. Some of us with them good jobs might make between $25 and $30 an hour. Let's just say that. At the end of the day, though, no matter what, you're making barely enough after the taxes and after your bills, right? Meanwhile, the company that you work for, they're making 10 times as much hourly off of your labor. Again, I need you guys to keep up. All right, so let me give you an example. I was at the mall earlier and I went into a shoe store. I love sneakers, and I was, at the shoe store, and I don't know how much they pay there, but let's just say they pay about $15 an hour, because I think here in Maryland, the pay is about $13 an hour. But let's just say they give them 15. A shoe in there the average shoe costs about $100, right? It was a gentleman in there. He was buying, I think he had bought like 5 pair of shoes. He said he loves shoes, right? I bought one. So let's just say within that hour, the cashier who was ringing me up, or who works there, let's just say she rung up 10 pair of shoes in that hour. Average shoe, about $100, right? That young lady just made that company around about $1,000 within that hour of labor that she gave, right? Her time, her energy, her labor. The company then goes, out of the 1,000 that she just rung up, within that hour, the company pays her about $15 for that hour of work. I need somebody to make it make sense. At the end of the day, again, you're barely taking home enough for taxes. So for a whole day, if you're making $15 an hour, I'm just going to say that the person, let's say they work 10 hours. That's $150 that they made. Wait a minute, where's my calculator? Here go my calculator. Nah, because most people work 8, so let's just be fair. So 15 times 8, $120. So the company, and let's just say within 8 hours, they made $1,000 an hour. That's $8,000 that company made off of that person's labor. But they paid that person $120 for that day. Okay. I hope somebody out there gets it. If you get it, put it in, let me know. Let me know I'm not talking to myself. Let me know somebody out here is hearing what I'm saying. So the companies are making 10 or more times much more off of your labor. That's not freedom, guys. That is not freedom. That is called modern day slavery. That job is a plantation. I told you I wasn't going to sugarcoat it. Now you can take it the way you want to take it. Some of y'all, you might not be able to take it. You might not agree, and that's okay if you don't agree. But somebody out here is going to understand, and they're going to feel me what I'm saying here, all right? So, again, you're trading your time and your energy just to be comfortable enough so you stay trapped. Look, our ancestors, right? They understood something that somehow we have forgotten. See, our ancestors were very smart, and they understood something. That even under the worst of circumstances, slavery had to be one of the worst of circumstances, right? Did y'all know that our ancestors did not consider themselves slaves? They did not identify themselves as slaves. They didn't run around and say, like you might, I's a slave, I'm a slave. No. Guess what they identified themselves as? Their skill set, their skills. If they were a shoemaker, they were the cook, they were a midwife, the blacksmith, because you gotta understand that during that time, see, our ancestors did more than just pick cotton. You see, they did everything. They built the houses. They took care of everybody in the house. But here's the thing that they understood, our ancestors understood, guys, is they knew that their talents had value. They knew that. Even when their freedom was stolen. Even when their freedom was stolen, guys, they knew their value. So let me ask you, fam, what are you identifying as today? Are you calling yourself a manager, an employee, a worker for this company? You're a driver, right? You're a cook or a chef, right? You are a customer service worker, a customer service representative. What do you identify yourself as? And ask yourself, are your skills that you have, are they making someone else rich? Are you a salesperson? Are you a real estate agent? Look, guys, what's stopping you from using those same skills that you possess to build your own legacy, to build an empire for you and your family? Guys, comfort is the biggest trap they've set for us. They give you, and when I say they, I'm talking about corporate America. I'm talking about these jobs. I'm talking about companies that you're working for, guys. They'll give you, you'll get health insurance. That you got a good job when you get that good health insurance. They give you a 2-week vacation, a steady paycheck, and then they call that stability. But what does it really cost? Your time, your dreams, your freedom. The truth is, the biggest risk you'll ever take isn't stepping out on your own. It's not stepping out on your own, guys. The biggest risk you'll ever take is staying trapped in a system that was built to keep you stuck. So fam, this is not a talk about making money or making more money, right? This is about reclaiming your power, your time, and owning your legacy. Our ancestors built this country with their hands and their minds. But the thing about that is they didn't have a choice. Well, I will say this. We had a choice. We did. We may not want to admit it. We may want to feel like we were forced. We had a choice. It was called freedom or death then. But most of us chose death. And I'm going to tell you why we chose death. And death was just rotting away on the plantation. Death was never leaving that plantation. Freedom was taking a risk and running away from the plantation. But most of us, just like today, we were so scared. Our family who loved us so much, Big Mama, you better not try to run away. Why? Because Big Mama has seen a lot. She's seen what happened to the slaves that ran away and they got caught, right? It wasn't pretty. It wasn't a good thing. And Big Mama didn't never want that to happen to anybody in her family. So she warned you. Stay on this plantation, baby. It's comfortable. It's safe. At least you got a roof over your head. It may not be the best roof. At least you got some clothes. May not be the best clothes. And at least you get a chance to eat. You may not be eating the best, but we make the best out of what we have. And most people were too afraid to run away because of the unknown. You didn't know what was going to happen once you left that plantation. You didn't know what freedom looked like. Guys, if you can cook good, start a catering company. You people love your food, people love your cakes. Start a bakery. You work good with kids, start a daycare. You got big ideas, turn them into a product or a service. You like to motivate people, you got a gift of gab like me, start your YouTube channel, start a podcast. It's time to stop giving away your brilliance for someone else's dream. See, most people don't realize you work for somebody who took a risk. Most times the company that you work for, somebody had to take a risk. Somebody had to be the entrepreneur. Somebody had to put their money up. Somebody had to take the risk of it may not work. But look at it. It's working because guess what? You're working for it. It's time to bet on you, baby. And build something that can never be taken away from you. Build something that you can give your children's children. See, because you can't give your children's children your job, your position on your job. That's never going to happen. Once you're gone, that position goes to somebody else. They're not giving that to your son or your daughter or your granddaughter, your grandson. No. Now, if it was your business, you can always pass it down if, granted, your children are, they're ready and they're prepared and they want to take over the business. And that's hopefully that is the case. That's why you're building it, right? All right, so I want you guys to know that this is a wake-up call. The system wasn't made for you to win. It just wasn't. It's no slight against the system. It just was not made for you to win. But here's the great thing about this, guys. You have the power now to rewrite all the rules. You do. And here's what you need to do. What I need you guys to do is to go ahead and grab a notebook. I'm big on taking notes. Note takers are money makers, movers, and shakers. So you're going to write it down. And I think I'm going to do a video because I'm reading this book about manifestation, right? And about the power of why you should write things down. Yep. So I need you guys to write it down. I want you to think of the skills that one skill that you have and how you can turn it into a business, right? So the assignment is for you to write it down and then take a minute and visualize yourself doing that business. I need you to visualize. Start visualizing it. If you need guidance, guys, YouTube is full of guidance. You have books, Google. Most of all, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm going to start getting a little deeper and doing some technical videos on strategies, on how, and giving you strategies and tools on how to go ahead and start your businesses and also brand and market them so that you can break free and build your empire, guys. So with that, I hope that you guys got something out of this talk today. And if you did, just, feel free to let me know. Drop it in the comments. I love to read the comments. And forward this message, share this message with someone who you feel might, be able to get something out of it, right? This message. And remember, that it's your turn. And that our ancestors, see, the trick is they did not call themselves slaves. Now, it's the same thing. Most of us don't even realize we're still participating in the same system. And the catch is this system that we're participating in, it doesn't have anything to do with the color of your skin. It doesn't have anything to do with the color of your skin. They have put chains on your mindsets, right? So they got you thinking that you got it going on because you're an employee, right? You work for someone else. But again, make it make sense. I need y'all to do the math. Whatever you make an hour, if you're making $50 an hour, you best believe you are providing a service to that particular company, right? That is probably gaining $500 to $5,000 an hour. And that can really be something. And hey, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But I just want to let you know, you could be doing that same thing for yourself. I believe in you. This is JB the Coach, aka Jackie Black. I love you. And this message right here, I'm gonna be honest, it had me in tears. It took a minute before I could even get this message out. I was like, God, you really want me to get this message out? And I hope I delivered it in a way that somebody will get something out of this message. If it is you, I want to make sure, let me know. Let's connect. If you're ready to start a business, if you have a business already, let's connect. I'm always looking to network with other entrepreneurs. 2025, it's time to break free from the chains, the invisible chains that we have. They're no longer chains on our wrists or on our ankles. Now the chain is on the brain, on the mind. Let's get busy. Jackie Black, aka JB the Coach, baby. I'm out.